my sweet island to Bago. I love you. Land of steel, pan and calypso. Man, I love you.
Yo, let me take you to a place where the sun shines bright and the people move slow, taking their time, doing their thing from day to day. To the Bago. Yeah, 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 yeah. This little boy came from Tobago with his guitar in his hand and a kiss from his grandmama on a ticket to London. Hooked up with a high school shorty on a summer holiday, but he never got no loving, cause shorty just loved to play. And the load that he had to carry was a little too much to bear. But his mama told him, son, don't worry, shorty must come back someday. Just remember them old time stories that your granddaddy used to tell, and don't go around making trouble. Remember where you come from.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Live with JB episode 8. What going on? What are you up to? What are you up to? What's up? What are you doing? Let me see who out in this comment here. Who outside already? Hello, is JB cooking today? Ooh, Miss Annette. Miss Cheryl, good evening. You reached early today? Miss Annette, you making sure you're second on your list. You didn't want to be last at all. Oh Lord, I love it. No, I'm not cooking today at all. Today is not a day to cook. Today is a day where we want to bring back with Tobago. That will be focusing on. Today is not the cooking day, man. Like you're not focusing in class. What's going on? You had to focus. Today is not cooking day, man. Well, you want to be one in the you want to compete in the cooking challenge? Let me know, just hit me up and let me know. I'll add you to it. So you seem passionate about the what's cooking up. But if you want to do the cooking, just let me know. Anyways, welcome everyone. How all have been going? All they don't know. This is episode 8, live with JB, and this evening is all about bringing back We Tobago. You understand? I don't know about all you. But me, as a Trinidadian, I may I live in Tobago long enough. You understand? And I love the culture and I may love the people. And if it's one thing you would hear old people say, or older folks especially say, oh God, Tobago lost in its flavor. This is not how Tobago used to be. You understand? So this is why the show is entitled, this evening, this episode is entitled, Bring Back with Tobago. Bring it back. When they carry it, let it bring it back. We want it back. Right? So we're going to do some discovery, or for some, it's going to be some rediscovery of who we really are, right? As for me, it gonna be a discovery, not a rediscovery. Come, I know nothing much about the Tobago culture. You understand? So it gonna be a discovery for me. For many of you, it's going to be a rediscovery. Yeah, we need to remind all you who all you really is. You understand? Not we don't want it to go down the drain. We don't want all it to forget it at all. We had to bring it back. What's good evening, Miss Donna. Miss Elliot, you reached a little late. How long so you done top of the class? What going on? Internet connection had to be a valid excuse why you came up a little bit, a little late. But I've seen all in the comments, and I really want to say a special good evening to you. Good evening, Miss Sharon. Good evening. Yes, I hope. Listen, you hope you learn a lot. You hope you will learn a lot today. Well, I hope I learn much more. You know what I'm telling you? Because listen, we have some real unique things of Tobago. You understand? We're going to discover Tobago culture here. Yeah? We're going to discover it together. And some in other, we're going to rediscover it, as I say. So don't hot on the head. Relax on yourself. We have some powerful lessons here this evening for you to learn. Yeah? Some powerful lesson. All I know on Live with JB is always some inspiring or some educational thing that you all don't ever walk away not knowing. You understand? Or they always walk away with something. Right, so all I don't know, as I was saying, I am not a born Tobagonian. I'm a Trinidadian. May I come from Trinidad. I grew up in an orphanage. Actually, most of you all would have known that. I grew up in an orphanage in Trinidad. And when other girl come out of the orphanage about 2 or 3 years later, she reached down in Tobago. But I did come over for a little vacation mini thing, and I was like, oh God, the first time I leave Trinidad. When I come down to Tobago, so hear me now, oh God, my future home. Yes, today I was really sitting down and studying that. I say, wait, I wish I could come here to live, but it happened. Your girl a few years later jump out and come and live Tobago. So I consider Tobago my adopted home. You understand? Because listen to me, it is really for me the island. I'm not a born Tobagonian, but I'm a Tobagonian. You understand? Because it's Tobagonian who raised me, I would say, and groomed me and mold me and shaped me to be the person I am for today. Yeah? It's Tobagonians. Yeah. Straight out of the orphanage, straight into Tobago, and voila! Yeah. So, 2 important person in Tobago in the early parts would have played a very important role in my life. That would have been Chief Secretary Ansel Dennis and MP Minister Shamfa Kojo. They really played an important role in my, blooming, the beginning of the blooming and stuff like that. And I must say, listen to me, let's see how much growth and development came after that, because I've met my cheerleaders, my sponsors who are behind Catch the Wave Solutions and the Pride of Tobago. And listen to me, earlier is action, is up and away. It's all kind of thing that take place. You understand? I'm in good hands, and a lot of all my growth and my development come from Tobago. So listen to me, my heart I beat Tobago. So I love Tobago, and I love the people who have been there for me and stuff like that, supporting me, and even you all. You understand? 'Cause I always say the people have a saying that it takes a village to raise a child. I don't say that. I just say it takes the world to raise this child who is JB. You understand? It's not the village at all. It takes the world. You know why? Because me get supporters all the way outside in the diaspora. Yeah, like Miss Cheryl and Miss Sharon and stuff like that. Yeah. They're out there. Understand? In the diaspora. And they always supporting me and cheering me on. So that's why I said it takes the world to raise this child. You understand? And there's much more to come out of this. Much more. So, all I don't know, we had to listen now. We had to get in, before we go anywhere else, we need to get into the safety message. All you know, tomorrow, borders opening. Borders opening tomorrow. Listen to me. Be wise and don't do otherwise, because it might cost you. All you know, borders opening. Pack up all your hand sanitizers, all your masks, ladies. All you know how it does go. When we leave in our house, we just, I don't know for the men how the men does it, but I know how we ladies just do it. If we outside for the day, we just have an emergency pack with little things to change and make sure we good for the day. You understand? Pack some extra masks. Yeah, if you know you're sweating, don't pull on no mask to breathe. Just take it out, change it, and put back a mask in your face. Walk with your sanitizer and all these different things. You understand? Take precaution. You really need to. You understand? As I say, be wise and not otherwise, because it will cost you and it might cost you your life. Seriously, be very cautious. You understand? It's time we stop the little fighting and complaining every minute for everything. We are big people. We are responsible. Let us act like a responsible set of people, right? So I'm going to play safety message for you all, but it is in a version of a song. So I want you all to pay very close attention to the words of this song. Pay attention. All in my class in these comments here. Miss Elliot, Miss Cheryl, Miss Sharon, Karen, Martina. First time I'm saying that name. A special good evening to you. I hope all are going to pay attention to the safety message. It's nice to see the new names in the comments, man. Miss Martina, welcome to Live with JB. It's nice to have you. Alex, it's nice to have you as well. Good afternoon. Some nice new names and faces. That's what we're talking about, man. Yes.
So vicious and mean. I hope drinkers don't think it's not 19. This virus so deadly and dread. Thousands of people already dead. Please stay at home and don't go nowhere. And if you're spiritual, I beg you to pray. Because if you start coughing, I'm telling you, the undertaker wait is coughing too. I'm telling you, my people, be wise. Wash your hands, wear your mask, and please sanitize. I'm begging you, be careful out there. And hopefully one day this virus might disappear. Planes not flying, they all on the ground. Countries close their borders, everything locked down. Stay at home, authorities warning you. I thought them bandits would have stayed home too. But I hear a bank robber is on the run. He hold up a bank without any gun. He told the bank workers, well, this ain't no bluff. Hand over the cash, otherwise I'll cough. I'm telling you, please, my people, be wise. Wash your hand, wear your mask, and please sanitize. I am begging you, please, be careful out there. And hopefully one day this virus might disappear. To do. All them rum shops closed, all them nights but stew. No beer to drink when they watch TV. Even Corona beer sell out completely. All sporting events they are now put off, just in case a spectator start to cough. No activities, and I tell you what, no cricket cause the agents eat all the bats. I'm telling you, please, my people, be wise. Wash your hand, wear your mask, and please sanitize. I am begging you, please, be careful out there, and hopefully one day this virus might disappear. Recession now hit world economies. Countries are now on their bending knees. Chaos in all the financial world. Some countries may never recover at all. But I hear that some people behind the scene trying their best with a new vaccine. Even back countries, they're now in turmoil. Toilet paper is now more expensive than oil. I'm telling you, please, my people, be wise. Wash your hand, wear your mask, and please sanitize. I am begging you, please, be careful out there, and hopefully one day this virus might disappear. Domestic violence now on the rise. Husband taking advantage on their wives. All school doors shut, new problem. Children at home, hard to control them. Your family or friend, they can't come to visit. People tolerance now stretched to the limit. But some husband is singing this refrain. No more cups to the wife cooking again. This thing is deadly. This thing is deadly. This thing is deadly. This thing is deadly.
So all I hear for is selfie. This thing is deadly. This virus not ramping and skinning with anybody. You understand? If you slip, you go slide. You understand? So tread lightly from a please. Wear all your masks from a please and take precaution from a please. Do what it is all you have to do. Right? So before I bring out my first reveal, I need to show a video for you all just to let as I was saying, you know, it takes the world to raise this JB, this JB that you all see in here. Right, it takes the world to raise her. So I put together a short video with some comments of my supporters and stuff like that. I just choose some quickly and I put it together just to recognize you all, because don't worry, even though the live is running, I go back and I look at comments and I read, so don't feel it ever goes unseen. I always go back and look at it. So I just pull out a few quickly and put this video together just to show you all that, well, just to let you all know that I appreciate all the love and continual support. So let's see that beautiful video there with some of my supporters, because I don't want nobody say they didn't see their comment, because it's just some of them. So I really love and appreciate all of you all. Thank you so very much. From the first live, come right back to live with JB7. You all have been there. 7 would have been last week. Today is 8. Thank you for the continual love and support. I saw someone in the comment that I really want to give some recognition to. It is the first time I'm actually seeing the name on live with JB, Melissa Guy. Now, Melissa Guy, she hold a very special place in my heart, because we would have been engagement sometime late last year into early this year. And there's something that Melissa said to me that I never forget. And as I see her there, I'm not sure if she's still on, but I'm still going to give her the recognition that she deserves. We were in a little conversation around a group of people, and she said, I had my little phone and stuff like that, taking pictures and cameras and videos and pictures and stuff like that. And because you all know I am passionate about these things, and Melissa Guy looked at me and she said, oh, go ahead, don't get carried away now. Let's go see how big she go grow up to be, you understand? And she even say, let's go just see JBM, Chanel Boxer Media. You understand? She spoke it. She saw the vision even before. I didn't even see it, but she saw it. And that was just a few months ago. You understand? And here, JB have her own little talk show going and stuff like that. Thanks, as I said, to my number one supporters and cheerleaders, Catchy Wave Solution and the Pride of Tobago. You're seeing the logos here? Yes, that's them. So I really want to say thank you, Mel, for believing and seeing the vision. Right? So thank you very much. And it's nice to have you tuning in as well. Okay, Jeff is on as well. A special good evening to you as well, Jeff. And I know all are proud, definitely proud of the growth and development that you all have been seeing. If it's one thing, I know that. So thank you for speaking it into my life. You understand? So thank you very much. So we ready? Are you ready for reveal number 1 now? Because remember, this live with JB show today is all about bring back we Tobago. Bring back we Bago, in other words. You understand? We go in this segment, we're going to either discover or rediscover who we really are. Yeah? You all decide which one it's going to be, whether it's going to be rediscover or discover. So, it is our time, it is a call. You understand? This is a call for disorder. You understand? Now, if all you know about Juve and them kind of thing, when you hear the word disorder, all you know is disorder. You understand? So, reveal number 1 is going to be a call for disorder. So we're going to bring on Tobago Seaside Symphony. You understand? This is what we're going to bring on. Remember, you're going to learn about the Tobago culture today. We don't want these things go under the carpet. We must keep it alive. And people like myself who know, all you need to let us know what the Tobago culture is. You understand? Don't let it die. Don't let it go away. Don't let it stifle, man. Bring it out. Yeah. So let's bring out a call to disorder, Tobago Seaside Symphony. Is hold on 1 minute. Hi guys.
Wait. You ready?
Yes, go. The floor is yours. Go right ahead, man. Yes, man. What? All I hear that last part there, that last part, real wet. What's this? That's what we're talking about. So Seaside Symphony, who am I going to speak to?
Larry
You're
Green.
the-
Andre. Andre Green. Can I go?
all right. Let me start. Since all I don't know who when I talk, let me start. Where's all their
What's
name?
the name?
Andre Green, Lawrence Green, Alex Ashby.
All right, which part of Tobago you all are currently coming live at?
Palatavia.
Ooh, Papa Laps! Far place, boy. That's what we're talking about. This is the first time I ever hear this shell thing. I always pass through Scarborough and there's a man selling fish, and sometimes he would make this song and never understood what it is about or why he doing that because I never understood. It is attached to the Tobago culture, definitely.
That's the culture of Tobago in selling fish.
Oh God! Well, let's see. Well, in Trinidad we don't have that. We don't have that, so it's very unique. How you all learn to play the shell though? How you all learn that? And at what age you all probably started?
Well, I in the fishing trade for a while now. So when I say a while, since approximately 9 years of age. So I learned to blow shell with the older folks, which my brother is older than me. Lawrence Green is my brother. Alex Ashby is my cousin. So we try to maintain the culture now.
Mm-hmm.
We are leaving the culture to die at all.
That's what we're talking about. So all they're gonna pass on this culture to other generation. Definitely.
You have other guys in the village that could do the thing.
That's what we're talking about, man. That's what we're talking about. So it's a family thing.
Well, it's a family and a hand down to other generation and
That's
whosoever
what we're
want to learn it.
That's what we're talking about, man. Continue to. I love how you explain how you learn it, where you learn it, and so clearly there I am seeing it. It is being passed on to generation, and that real bad, that nice.
Yeah.
Well, like that guy at all.
We bonafide fishermen as well now.
Okay.
Yeah, we bonafide fishermen as well. So you have to portray a trade as good as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how did us get music to come out of that shell?
I think you're gonna have to come close. Close to show it. It's like blowing a trumpet. How the musicians just get song to come out of the trumpet and the saxophone.
Wow, that is so
These
unique.
fishermen trumpet and saxophone.
I wonder if I could blow that boy.
You have musicians that you will give this and they cannot blow it, but they could blow a sax.
Wow, you really had to know. So it's a special way, or?
Yeah, it's just as blowing a sax. But a saxman will take it up and he might not be able to blow it.
Okay, I had to meet with all that for it to teach me this thing. Yes, I would love to try
You are
this.
welcome, my dear.
You know the lockdown coming
I'm
just now,
I'm making sure that when you come, I'm making a shell that you get it to go back with.
Listen to me. Listen. Outside, we got to take the information outside. Don't worry. I need this meeting, and I need that shell, and I need some teaching as well. You know what I'm saying?
No problem.
And I'm coming back after you teach me. I coming back on my show right here and teach my audience. So they got to go and locate the shell.
No problem at all.
Or some of them might have to fly over to Tobago to learn about this.
No problem.
You understand? Because play some more for we, man. Play a little more thing now, man. You can't excite me and leave we hanging. So you want more.
Let me give you our next one.
Yeah. Drop it. Oh God! That's what we're talking about. Yes, I love it. That is so. exciting as what going on with all that. Don't give me no heart attack on my own show for me, please. Don't do that. It is really, really, really nice to have you all, man. It's really, really, really nice to have you all showing off all these beautiful talent, the culture of Tobago. It's
Well,
very
that
nice,
is what
I
life
must
is
say.
about, you know.
And it's nice to see that you all respect the culture and continue carrying it, along boldly and proudly. That's
Yeah.
nice. Don't let it die at all. Don't ever get loose. Don't let it go at all. Continue to carry it on.
No, you had to continue.
Nice, lovely. So I just want to say, you all tuning in from quite in Palatuvier. You
Yeah.
understand? So I just want to say thank you for taking the time for tuning in to show myself and the audience this beautiful culture of Tobago, the Shesel, right? So
That's not a
Tobago,
problem, darling. You all are welcome, and I gladly appreciate to share the effort in.
well, I want more of it, but I'm gonna keep all you back again because I ain't gonna let all you go. So I'm gonna have to let all you go. So I hope that I would have you all back on live with JB for the audience to get a little more of this because I love it.
Okay, no problem, my dear.
It's very unique. All right, thank you for joining in.
Yes, and thanks to the person who putting you all onto us.
No problem. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. So all this sitting there, that is what we call Tobago culture. You see why? And you see, so long me live in Tobago, and all I only hear is this normal tongue for fish, and I didn't know. You see how it is important for us to be educated. You understand about the Tobago culture? It don't matter where you're from. As long as you are here, you need to know, you need to understand the culture of Tobago and the meaning of it and all these unique things, man. I love it. It's very, very interesting. So, all I don't know that was reveal number one, and it a reveal number two. Are you ready for reveal number two? Listen to me. You see, this reveal number two, before I bring out this reveal number two, let me tell you something. I love to go and dig up excuse and look and see what I can learn about people, especially when they're coming on my whole live with JB. And this special individual, I decided to go on Facebook. Well, I don't know Facebook accessible. So I decided to type in her name on my search list on Facebook. Listen to me. Here what I telling you. That is the first person in a long while I ever researched and I couldn't done too much information. This woman is so active. Me can't keep up. There's so much to her, I should say, and always in some activity. I'm like, what is this? How is this even possible? So, I call her the doctor of culture, the doctor of Tobago culture, I should say. You understand what I'm showing you? So, with no further ado, I'm going to bring out Dr. Rita. Good evening, Dr. Rita, and welcome to Live with JB.
Good evening. Thank you for having me. I'm very pleased to be here.
Right. So, Dr. Rita, the first thing I wanted to kind of clear for me, realize I just called it Dr. Rita, right?
Yes.
Right. Because I couldn't pronounce that P last name there. I may want to tie up my tongue. So I prefer, could you call out your name for the audience as well?
Pemberton.
Pemberton?
Yes. My maiden name was Moses. Right?
Oh.
So most people know me as Rita Moses. Yes.
Oh, okay. Nice. But I couldn't pronounce it, and I'm not going to play fast to pronounce the wrong thing. So I prefer you to do it. You understand? No,
Yes, ma'am.
as I say, yesterday I went digging up, and I don't know who sent me because I couldn't done. There was too much information about you because I even heard that you are a walking encyclopedia.
Oh, Lord.
And yeah, because the evidence is on Facebook. All our information. You are a real active lady. Definitely. So you're the doctor of culture. What is your comment on the shell blowing that we just had?
I thought the shell blowing was fantastic. It was very musical, right? The shell blowing that I know has not been traditionally that musical, but so it was quite entertaining. All right, so I could give you, as far as my knowledge goes, about the role of the conch shell.
Right.
Right. So historically, one of the things that was important in Tobago, particularly after the period of enslavement was over, was communication.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you would know, we didn't have a good knowledge of the English language. So what we spoke was a mixture of various African languages, English, and some of it with a Scottish flair because there were many Scotchmen on the island.
Yeah.
But one of the things that was important was that you are able to communicate things without the knowledge of plantation owners, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what they did was to devise ways and means of doing this, and the conch shell was one. So
Mm-hmm.
as a means of communication, now the conch shell has several, well, I don't know if you could call it tones, but I like how they demonstrated. There are
Yeah.
several different blows, right? So you can have a sound which is
Mm-hmm.
symbolic of a call. So, like in the more distant areas, like you didn't have a hospital in
Mm-hmm.
every area. You always had fishermen in every area around the sea. If the climate changed, if it got, the boats were beached on the bay,
Mm-hmm.
and if the weather changed and people needed to be called to move the boats, there was a particular shell call that was used for that. And if there was an emergency of any kind,
Mm-hmm.
especially in a distant area, there was a particular shell call for that. But there was also a shell call for people to gather for a meeting or for an activity.
Okay.
So what happened in 1867 was that I don't know what your knowledge of history is, but the plantation owners did not like emancipation, and they wanted to force their freed Africans to work for them. So
Mm-hmm.
what they used to do, or what they tried to do in 1867, was to impose a heavy tax. So this was called the Dog Tax Riot. So they
Mm-hmm.
said, you must pay a heavy tax. Now, the tax is heavy. It sounds like a
Hold
little
on,
bit fast.
Miss Rita, Dr.
Yeah,
Rita, 1 minute. Could you just adjust the camera so we could see all of you? Perfect. Yeah, that we could work with
right?
that. Yeah.
All right. So they impose, you're working for 8 cents a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a tax which says you have to pay $2.40 tax. So you know how many 8 cents that is.
Mm-hmm.
So the villagers decided in Mason Hall they're not paying that tax.
Oh, boy.
So when the tax officer came to issue warrant, because there were 100 people plus who had not paid the tax, so the officers came to issue warrant for them to go to prison. They informed him, well, they have already organized the business. So when they came, the shell was blown, the shell call was made, and that called people out of their gardens. So they came well equipped with their sticks, stones, bottles, anything, and they told them plainly that they were not paying any tax. And they just started pelting bottle, stone, and stick and anything and beating people. The chief of police was beaten, and the officials came with him also. And the people decide, we are not paying. So they made an appeal to the governor and asked him to reconsider. And he told them they have to stop that nonsense. And he would do nothing if they did not stop. Well, in the next week, more people came and threw down the tax papers. They went by the treasury, what was the treasury building? They threw down the taxpayers and made it clear. And they sent a message to the governors to say, well, if you came, we will give you the same treatment we gave your policemen.
Call to disorder is really true.
And then, and then, and then one of the representatives decided that he would try to appease matters because he saw where it was going to go out of hand. And what he did was to say, okay, we reduce the taxes. We would remove the tax from all dogs, and dogs under 6 months of age would not have to pay. But the thing was that one of the activities that was popular for the freed people right across into the 20th century was hunting. Because if you're working for 8 cents a day, you can't support yourself and your family and that.
Yeah.
So they use supplementary activity like cultivating and hunting. And you know, for hunting, you need to have several dogs. So if you have to pay this dog tax on several dogs, which hunter has less than 4 dogs, you know? So that was the bone of contention. And the tax was reduced twice. And well, you know what? The people of Mason Hall decide they're not paying it, period. And that was that. Right? So the conch's call, the shell call, was virtually a call to arms. And then you have a shell call for fish. So when you have fish, when the boats come in, there's a shell call to get people to come and help them pull the seine in. So the shell tells you that the boat is there, they have a seine full of fish and they need help. So people will go down to the beach and help them to pull the sail in. And then when the fish is packed in trucks and things to go out to the communities, there's a shell call to let the people know that fish is available. And apparently there's a call to describe whether they have plenty, whether they have big fish, or whether they have small fish.
Okay.
So the shell call was variable in that sense, and the communities understood. So they knew when the call was alerting them that there was some kind of emergency situation, and they knew when it was that there was fish and plenty fish. So the people in town and people around Scarborough would know much about the shell call for fish. But in the rural communities, the shell call for emergency situations was one that they will be familiar with. If somebody was having a baby and needed to go to the hospital and they need somebody with a car, or if there was bad weather and people need to come and move their boats from on the beach and put them over the road, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So that has been the role of the shell calls in our culture.
Yes, because I heard Melanie said in the comments that once they heard that's in Mason Hall, they will run outside to buy fish.
Yes, as soon as you get the shell. And that's the thing. Tobago people like fresh fish. So when the truck come with the fish and people running out with their bowl and plate and calabash and what have you, get the fish and they're going home, clean it and cook it one time.
Nice,
Yes.
man. That was nice. But Dr. Rita, could you tell us a little bit about your doctor title? That big name you're carrying there.
Well, I don't have a big name. I'm a historian.
Okay.
I'm a historian of Caribbean history, and I'm working right now specifically on the history of Tobago. Yeah. So it's a activity where you engage in research in old papers and you call up people who are supposed to know things, and you collect information and you put it together. You package it so that people can understand it and remember.
I like that one because I come in with something and I want to know if you could make out this picture. I have a picture to show you, but just before I show you the picture and I could ask you what memory do you have of that picture? First, I would ask you, where did you grow up? Which part of Tobago?
Now it's Spring Road, Scarborough.
Okay, and where are you tuning in now, currently?
Where I'm living now?
No, where you're tuning in live. You could,
I'm from Tacarigua.
Oh, okay, cool. But let me know if you make out this picture here.
Of course I make out that picture.
What could you tell us about this picture?
That's my grandparents' home in Canaan.
Nice.
Yeah, so that would be kind of like a typical house of the average person in Tobago, but there are some if you flash it back, there are some features on the house which indicate, you see the fretwork at the front, that pattern on the top step, right? Yeah. And if you see at the sides, that is called fretwork, which is a European style. And it was what people would put on their houses when they have a little bit of extra money. So like if you're in cocoa and you get cocoa sets, you will doors up the house like that. Or if you have, well, my grandfather was into coconut. So I guess when he sell coconut, he gets some money and he put that kind of thing on the house, and the kind of glass that they put on the doors and windows. So all that indicating, well, it's a simple house, but you can make it something that you are proud of by the additions you put onto it.
Okay, nice, nice. Dr. Rita, being a Trinidadian living in Tobago, there's something that I've always heard people say to me. Tobago is not like Trinidad, and the cultures are different. They're not the same. Why is that?
Because, first of all, Tobago society evolved with a group of people who were formerly enslaved. And it was just that group, right? For
Mhm.
most of the time. And when other groups came in, apart from the um, African population, there was a sprinkling of white European uh, plantation owners, mainly British, English, and Scottish. And then
Mhm.
you had some mixed um, Scottish and African and English and African, some mixed plantation owners, right? So that survival in the society depended on the community you came from. And
Right.
everybody had a strong loyalty to her community. There were a number of community activities. So just if you imagine Tobago, there was nothing. No boats came there.
Mm.
There was little contact with the outside world. So you
Mm.
had to do everything for yourself. So you
Yeah.
organize your sports. So you have Charlottesville have the football team, and they say they're better than Lambo, and Lambo say they're better than Canaan. But it was all very fraternal. But this is how you survive, because you created your own cricket teams and your own sporting activities, and you had what we call lend hand, which was part and parcel of survival, so
Mm-hmm.
that everybody shared. So you have a bunch of bananas, you will pass and give your neighbor a hand.
Nice. Wow.
And
Okay.
if there was somebody, like children whose parents died,
Mm-hmm.
somebody would take them in. There was no orphanage.
Wow.
So
Nice.
that's the nature of the society. So when you came out of Tobago and you went to Trinidad, the first thing the Trinidad people will tell you, but all the Tobago people clannish, eh? I
Oh
said,
no.
I say this is not clandestinity, it's just how these people in this society survived, that you looked after each other. So wherever you saw a Tobago person, you would inquire, you will find out, and you will support if support was needed.
Nice. Nice. Nice, man. So, Dr. Rita, we have been for the longest while right here live on JB. We have been talking to our audience about the importance of making a pivot during this lockdown, right? What is the one culture? What is the one Tobago culture, I should say, that we should bring back and apply, for us to recover this pandemic and lockdown, not just individually though, but as a community? What is the one culture we could bring back?
Well, one of the culture that we could bring back is something that I don't know if we will go back, but the Tobago Society has been one that spends time home,
Mm-hmm.
spends time home. So from work you go home, and we don't have a society of crowding,
Mm-hmm.
and that is what spreads COVID, crowding. We don't have Traditionally we don't have crowding,
But
and that is something.
do you think that we could use some of the lend hand to help us come out of this pandemic?
Absolutely, Lenhan, that people understand that there are persons who are in need, people who
Yeah.
have lost their jobs and can't help themselves, and we
Mm-hmm.
can lend a hand instead of throwing out somebody who is your tenant because they can't pay the rent.
Correct.
That is not Tobago style,
Wow.
right? So we could do that. We could, and then I think one of the problems has been that people organize parties, and you have
Mm-hmm.
a law which says, or regulations which say reduce contact, and you have parties and people lock up inside of holiday houses and have their
Okay.
parties nonetheless and then go home infected.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something that we have to look at very seriously and look
Okay.
at our conduct. I mean, people from Tobago are traditionally law abiding,
Okay.
but yeah,
So, Dr. Rita, I don't want you to go anywhere because I'm about to bring out reveal number three, right?
okay.
The Tobago dance queen. You understand? One who I also call a queen, a doctor. So I don't want you to go anyway. So I'm about to bring out Kimmy. So hold on 1 minute.
I'm here, I'm here.
Hi,
Hi,
Kimmy. Welcome to Live with JB. Let me put you up on the big screen. Kimmy, where you tuning in from?
Kian and Tobago.
Oh, okay. Kimmy, you hearing me, right?
I am, yes.
Okay. Well, you know you get a whole new name, Tobago Dance Squid.
I do not. No, it's just Kimmy. Kimmy is fine. We'll go with Kimmy.
Uh-huh. I love that headpiece, man. Very interesting.
Thank you.
I wonder if I could get one in those, boy, if I live with JB. I'll probably have to see how I could work that out.
It's simple, easy. It's easy to
Nice.
tie. You just need to get enough cloth, and you'll be able
Mm,
to do um
okay.
something like
All
this.
right. All righty, Kimmy. Kimmy, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so I am an arts practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically or specializing in the area of dance. I studied at the University of the West Indies, and I obtained a Bachelor's of Arts in Dance. I'm from the village of Canaan, Bonaccord, Crum Point. My roots are really in Bonaccord, but I live in Canaan. And I am a cultural enthusiast. And yeah, that is basically me in a nutshell.
Okay. Nice.
I am
So,
pro Tobago.
mm-hmm.
Tobago first, always. Anything else after. I am a
Nice.
walking billboard for the island.
Ah,
Oh, nice.
that's what we're talking about. I love that one. A walking billboard for the island. I love that one. So Kimmy, you have a dance that you want to show us?
Sorry, I didn't hear it, broke up a little.
Do you have a dance to show us? Wonder if it's
Well, first, I don't actually exactly have a dance, but I was asked to speak about the ballet dance. And so that is what I'll discuss first, and then I'll show you a couple steps after.
okay. No
Dr.
problem.
Dr. Pemberton, you could chime in because I know you had things. Um, so the ballet dance is one of those dances that that not only represents Tobago but represents Trinidad and Tobago, and the ballet dance itself can be seen across the Caribbean. Mainly, it's found in the French colonized islands, and some persons could say that the belly dance is really rooted in Africa and deep in Africa, and it represents fertility and mating and that kind of stuff. While other people would argue and say that no, this is real. This dance is really one of those acculturated traditions that was developed during slavery, while persons would mock their masters and their masters' wives, mistresses, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
In Trinidad and Tobago, there's a difference between, just like the cultures vary, there's a difference between the dances. So, but what I find interesting and what I find is very funny is that Trinidad is more of a upbeat place, and Tobago is we are more laid back, we are a little calm, that kind of stuff. But what I find interesting is when we speak about the types of ballet, especially the grand ballet that we both share, we would have in common, that specific dance in Tobago, the grand ballet is a little faster and a little more upbeat than that of how it's performed in Trinidad. In Trinidad, it's very, very slow. It is a very graceful dance, but it is a little slower in Trinidad than in Tobago.
Wow.
Um, you were saying something, Dr.
No,
Pemberton?
no. Oh,
No,
Okay.
you go ahead.
We have the Creole ballet, which is
Yes.
also a very distinct version of the ballet dance. That in itself is a little more upbeat from the grand belly. The difference though in Tobago is that the Creole belly has a little more crossing of the feet, opposed to the grand belly. It's not, you don't cross your feet at all. So if you want to talk about the costume now, ideally the headdress that I am sporting right now is not a traditional belly head wrap.
Oh,
The plaid, however, is a traditional belly colors or pattern, if you may say, right? I am not supposed to have this on. This is supposed to be covered up. And I'm back in the day, the head ties were smaller with a little knot on top here. But over time,
wow.
you know, we get we get showy and we get flashy and we start with the big head ties.
Yes.
To be quite honest, I love a head tie. I love a big head tie. So I had to just come as me. So the costume, as we're talking about costumes, the dress has something called, well, the entire outfit has something called, I actually have a dress today to show. So let me just stand up. So what I'm wearing, this is called a petticoat, right? Below the petticoat, you'll have something you call a pantaloon. I didn't wear one today because my pantaloon can't fit. I have my belly dress, which is made from plaid as well. It could be made from plaid or it can be made from
Wow.
flowers, so a floral fit material. So you see the fit.
Yeah,
We
man.
have the
What?
waist piece. We have a lot of frills.
I'm
A
not
lot
gonna
of
say it feels pretty.
Yes, you must have your frills, frills. And the next
Uh,
thing that belly dancers can be identified as, or part of the costume, is a lot of jewelry, a lot of pearls. We love our pearls, or we love our pearls. A lot of the times, when you see a belly dance being performed, it was done in like celebratory instances, weddings, feasts, Thanksgivings, a christening, anything that's celebration. Some people use it mainly for like, spiritual purposes and that kind of stuff. So there's a belly yard. It's done to drums, and I think I'm Arab. I get everything in a nutshell.
yeah. Definitely. But just before you do that dance, man, I want you to do it yet. I want you to hold on that dance because I want to bring on someone else to join you. You understand?
Okay.
I want to bring on Tobago tambourine. Right? Show me your motion. Are you ready? Are you backstage? Are you ready? Hello, those in the comments. Are you ready for Tobago tambourine? Time to show me your motion. So let's bring on Tobago tambourine. Hi, good evening. Welcome to Live with JB Tobago tambourine. Y'all hearing me?
It doesn't seem so.
I believe they're muted.
I could unmute. I can't unmute them. I think your mic unmuted, so I can't hear y'all. Okay, you said just now. Kimmy, I love that. I love that dress. It's
Thank
just
you.
pretty.
Thank you.
Right here then.
Right, so I think they're trying to unmute it.
So in the meantime, while they're trying to break it out,
All right.
okay,
Ah,
we're here.
All you exciting me. Why are you doing me that? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yes, man. That's what we're talking about. Give me, you can dance to that. Wow. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Y'all hearing me?
Yes, we are. Good evening. Good evening.
Oh, they're singing like a powerhouse.
But we are more than that.
That's what we're talking about. Where you're tuning in from? Which part of Tobago?
Oh, we right now we tune in from Culloden.
Oh, Koto! Pops! Ay, Kolodan in the house!
Yes, that's Culloden, Golden Lane, Mount Thomas.
Oh, yeah,
Three small
yeah.
villages forming one community. So we
Uh-huh.
call the group Mount Cullen
That is what we're
Tambourine
talking
Band.
about. Yes, man, the music is beautiful. I don't know if I could dance in time with it, but I try.
Well, at some other point, you'll see the whole group in gear.
In action, that is what we're talking about, man. Yes, most definitely. How others make the tambourine? How others make it?
How we beat it,
Yeah.
how we make it. Well, I have Mr. Smith right here who could tell you how we make it. He is
Oh,
one of the oldest persons in the group. He was one of the founders of this group. Thank God he's still with us. Smith was 80 something,
yes.
78 years old.
Wow.
Still going
What
with
you
us.
saying?
So just come tell them how the tambourine made. You see, we have the goat skin. The music really come from the goat skin, and we heat it and get the real thing out of it. But he gonna tell you how it's being made.
Wow. Okay.
Right. This is Mr. Smith now. You seeing him
Good
here?
evening, Mr. Smith. Yeah, let him just adjust the camera a little bit. I seen his hat. Right. That's what we're talking about, man. I seen him. Good
Right,
night,
right.
Mr. Smith. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Smith. What do you like to know?
I would like to know how you just make the tambourine.
Well, you get a
Ooh, sorry about that. They would have dropped off a little bit there. Don't worry, they're gonna come back. Just as we were about to hear about it. You understand? Sorry about that. They're gonna come back. So we're gonna bring back Kimmy. Kimmy on for Kimmy to show us. Kimmy, you could have danced to that. People in the comment were
Yes.
asking you to move to do a little dance for them while it was going on.
No, I could dance to those rhythms. However, because I am
Mhm.
dressed in a ballet outfit, I felt like it is two conflicting scenarios.
Oh,
That would have
yeah.
maybe if I had on a jig dress, a real jig dress, yeah,
Mhm.
I would have given you all that.
Okay, no problem. So, but you have a few steps for me. You ready to give me your few steps?
Sure. So I'm gonna do
Ah,
a small demonstration.
no problem. Oh
You can
Lord,
see me,
I
right?
just love this dress. Just pull it down a little there.
Just now.
Lord Papa Laps.
It's making
I
it
love
worse.
the
Oh,
dress.
let me right. You can see me, right?
Right. That's it there, yeah.
So you hold from the center. Sometimes when the dress is long enough or wide enough. Now this dress was made for me 10 years ago, so the size then is not the same size now. But right. So you hold, ideally you're supposed to run your hands down the side of your leg, and you hold the skirt like this so that it could fall properly. So I'm going to demonstrate basic grand ballet steps. Arms out. Remember, we're wearing pearls and we have on a lot of frills. So you want to make sure and keep the chest elevated almost to the sky. And your head goes in the direction of where you're going to go first. So we're going to go this direction first. So we're going to go over here. And with a flick of the wrist, we go with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, some people will teach you this. that is not very graceful. So we like to keep it with a flick of the wrist, okay? So we go in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, next side, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And next step is a simple basic turn. Arms out, and we turn in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So next thing I want people to know. Now, when I was growing up, I learned that ballet was done in a hip and kind of toe, kind of up and down. I can't show you my foot properly because of where the camera is situated, but more or less is they wanted us to do it on the balls of our feet so we could get that kind of bounce, right? However, as I grew and I practiced with different stall walls, I got to understand that the step is really done flat-footed, so be sure to practice it flat-footed. The Africans always danced flat-footed, and that will give you the movement in the waist. You understand? It will give you the movement in your waist. Remember to keep the chest up because you're very proud, right? The next step you could try is a flick and a flick. And from here, you give a simple, graceful turn and turn. Same movements with the hips. Same movements with the hips. And next side. And then when you're here, you give a simple down, drop the skirt, and come back up. So that's just a few movements. I'll put the combination together for you guys so you can see how it looks, right? So you enter the stage and you with your drums and you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, next side, and 1 and 2 and 3 and next side, and turn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and flick and turn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and end. So that's my short demonstration. This dance has about at least 20 steps to it. It has about 20 steps. Another thing that we need to remember, like if you're choreographing for a belly dance, the dance has a lot of sequence, and it's always done in like clusters. Oh, what I failed to mention actually
Nice.
is that this dance in particular, the players of the dance, one of the composition of the dance is that it's done with clusters of people or clusters of women, and it's done in sequences. A lot of patterning in the way they cross, circles, X's, that kind of stuff. The dance also has a queen. No, you may not find much men doing this dance because it's a dance heavily influenced by women. But when you do see a man, he is either there to bring in the queen or there to show off himself. And once the queen enters, then she always enters with the song La Reine Rêvée, right? Or most times La Reine Rêvée. So it goes like, ay, 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 la reine rêvée, ay, 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 la reine rêvée, oh, ay, 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 la reine rêvée, we go dance the belly. And that means
So you get a beautiful voice with all that dancing too? But what is this? That's a combo we get it. What is this?
so Laren Riviere literally means, you know, the queen are come or the queen
What?
is coming. And yeah, that is basically the ballet in a nutshell. I mean, we could go on. There's a whole lot to discover or rediscover, if I lack a better words, about the dance and its origin. But
Nice,
things to
nice.
take away:
Mm-hmm.
costume is plaid or floral because those were the colors are back in the day. Um, it is French influence and the African influence. Some people argue that it came mainly from Africa, and it's a dance that represents fertility and mating, while other people believe that it's a French influence dance that um, was born or birthed out of, you know, slaves mocking their mistresses. Costume, head tie, foulard, dress, petticoat, frills, beads, earrings, anything that's pretty. It's dance flat-footed and not on the balls of your feet. That is the African way. That's what African people used to dance, flat-footed. What else I missed? The queen usually comes in. Oh, one important thing though. Traditionally, the ballet dance, because of it has so much variation. It usually starts out very slow with the grand ballet and works its way into other things like the Creole ballet, ballet J. Now today we have the Congo ballet. So you know we have various forms of the ballet, but you know I was only speaking to the Congo ballet. Sorry.
That's okay.
Right. Yeah. So basically, sorry about that. So
That's all
basically,
right.
you have different variations of this dance, and today I spoke to two, which is the Creole ballet and the Grand ballet. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything that I said before, but yeah, this is our heritage and our dance.
Nice, man. I just enjoying the whole thing. I certainly want you back on another live with JB, but I may want music. I may want see the dance. May want see you in proper action. This you kind of just teach us the move. Don't worry, I was paying attention. I was not on the screen, so I was doing I remember you to fling. So
Click on the wrist,
right,
yes,
flick the
and keep
wrist,
it
right?
pressed
So
up because we have
we are
pearls.
proud of right, Tanya. Flick,
Yes.
and then you do the
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, you know,
Right.
and after that you do
Yes.
somebody hip business. So
Yes.
I was paying attention. So next time you come
Good
back, you
stuff.
have to
Good
give it
stuff.
the full works, right?
No problem.
All right, Kimmy. So thank you for joining with us, and I must say I really appreciate it, and I know you would be back again to show us off more about this beautiful culture of Tobago.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, Kimmy. Right. So all you enjoying it so far? All you understanding the culture of Tobago? So here what we're going to bring back. I remember we had Tobago Tambourine and they got into a little difficulty. So they're back. I call them, well, boy, listen to me. I know it's Tobago Tambourine, eh, but listen to me. Hear how the song is. That is a powerhouse. Yeah, that is what you call a powerhouse. So let me go back and find out how to make the tambourine. The muting. Hello? Y'all hearing me? Y'all are muted. Right. I hearing all them man.
Okay. So Smith, you continue talking.
Right, Mr. Smith. You ready to tell me how to make the tambourine now?
Yeah, I already know.
Nice, nice man.
Right. You get we're going to Paris and cut with the call cassava. You get water in the sun, you cut water run out, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
trim it down to where you want it, and you bring it home, and you leave it for about 2, 3 days, and you cut it again until you get where you want, and you start to wrong it up, wrong it up.
Mm-hmm.
When you finish wrong it up now, you get the skin, you put the skin in the sun to dry. Then when you dry, you scrape it. After you finish scrape it, you put it in water to soak. And when
Mm-hmm.
it's soak in the water, soak good that it could stretch, and you put it all on the fridge. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Nice man. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting, I must say.
Then why show them the frame and
Look
then
the
the
frame, you see? You see?
Ooh.
inside
Mm-hmm.
is
This is the frame.
Ay, ay, ay.
Look the
That's what we
skin.
talking about. All right. So I just want to say thank you to you and that powerhouse that you have there. I must say your song very, very, very nice. You
Yeah.
understand? That's why I give you all the name the powerhouse because that's exactly how your song. I love it. You understand?
Well,
Your
all
song
right.
really nice.
Thank you for that.
Yes, most definitely. So I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come
Yeah,
on to show to remind us, to remind all of us. You understand what the
yeah.
Tobago culture is all about? We mustn't let it die, man. We must be what we have to bring back. We Bago, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
bringing it back. Little by little, we bringing it back.
Mhm.
All right, Mr. Smith. So thank you, thanks to you and your team
Yeah.
for coming
All
in
right.
Tobago Tambrin. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
All right, guys. So all of done. No, listen to me. Remember, we bringing back we big, eh? Because this segment was entitled, this episode, sorry, was entitled Discover. Is either you're going to discover or you're going to rediscover who you really are in Tobago. Yeah? The original tambourine. Yes, Miss Sharon, that is what it is. It is so amazing. So, right. So all I know, we get some young people. We mustn't forget our young people. We had a list of a little bit of the older folks and stuff like that. But before I move on to the next reveal, I just want to say a special, a nice, cute. You see the heart I'm making here? This is how special the thank you is to Auntie Gracie of Culloden. Thank you so very much. And you're getting this hat from JB. Thank you so very much. That's how special it is. Right? We must say a very, very special to Auntie Gracie. So we have the next reveal that we're going to bring on for you all is the technology queen, Aquina. Yeah, y'all ready for the next review? Like, all you fall asleep in that comment, so I'ma make sure all you up in all right now, all you busy commenting. Nice. So all you not sleep, all you there. So we're going to bring in Queen, we're going to bring in Aquina, right? The technology queen. And remember, you're never too young to pivot. This is the story. This is what I want you all to leave from Aquina. You're never too young to pivot. Pivot don't have a age category. So with no further ado, hi
Hello,
Aquina,
how are you?
the
Hi,
the queen of technology. Welcome to Live with JB. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. Enjoying, discovering the talents of Tobago. Just yeah. You know how it is, be. So
Yeah, I saw
it's
so much earlier that you see the shells. I remember
yeah.
my granny used to have one of that in her house, and I was always, she just have it there. You can make music out of that.
As you say that, as you say, your granny used to have it, even in Trinidad, you go in people home in Trinidad, become a
Yeah,
Trinidadian, and you would see this shell, but it's like an ornament. It is never
yeah.
used for anything. So that's a really good point to bring there because I really do remember seeing it, but as an ornament. So Tobago is making good use of it. I love that. I never knew what it meant. I just thought it was an ornament. They went in the sea and get a shell. When you go to the sea, you just pick up these things for souvenir. Well, I always thought it was really that. Wow. So Aquina, where you tuning in from?
So right now I am in Brooklyn, New York.
Woo! Listen, New York. Listen to me.
Yeah.
That's one of my dream place to go. New York around Christmas because I want to see the Christmas tree in New York. I love Christmas. It would always be my dream. That's what you're talking about, man. So here it is now. I mean, I was doing a little
Okay.
research about you. And I come to realize that you receive a grant from the Google company itself.
Oh
How did
no
that
no no.
happen?
So let me
Uh-huh.
explain that one. It's not a grant. It was
Mm-hmm.
the opportunity to do a computer science summer coding
Oh.
kind of boot camp.
Eh.
Yeah. So basically, well, as you said already, I'm into technology, computer science. That was what I'm up
Yep.
here studying for. To
Mm-hmm.
receive my bachelor's in science in computer science with a focus in cybersecurity. So all the
Mm-hmm.
kind of hacking and tech thing you seen on TV,
You're
that
big
should
in the
be
dance.
me in 3-4 years. But yeah, basically, I received that opportunity from Google, and we spent an entire month with people who work directly for Google, teaching us how
Mm-hmm.
to code. So I can't tell you how amazing that experience was. Just
Wow.
to be fair, that's like if somebody is an actor and then
Mm-hmm.
you meet up with Will Smith. Like, what are you gonna do? You know? So
That's
yeah,
true. That's true.
it was really amazing.
Well, for me, see me and Google, I don't know much about it, but the only thing I just use Google for, I get a teacher. And I get that's my like my cheerleader, my teacher, my everything in one, my backbone. You understand? If one day pass, I may not hear from she, my back here go straight. It'll bend up, it'll twist up, all kind of thing. When we in conversation, she does have my screen. You know, your phone screen, you can minimize and
Mhm.
maximize it. Well, listen to me. Whenever I talking to her, it's always some big word that me nah know what she a talk about. I have to run in Google. That's all I know about Google. I don't run to see, well, what does this word mean? What is she talking about for me to understand the conversation? You understand? Because I like a little challenge too. That's how you will learn and grow too. But she just kind of overdo it. Oh God, yeah, too much a big word. Oh God. Wow. I must say, this is really, really interesting what it is you're doing, man. But which part of Trinidad you from, though?
So when I was all right, so I'm gonna start with my whole life story. Born
No
in Port of
problem.
Spain General Hospital, but
Mm-hmm.
I think we lived in Belmont, like me and my family, like my
Mm-hmm.
entire family based in Belmont. But then when I reached like primary school, my parents they moved to Laventille. So I know people know it as behind the bridge. So I lived there like after Duke Street.
In the heart of tongue.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay, Laventille, I must say, it's nice to see. Do you see the kind of product that's come out of these places? People like to bad mouth the place. The same thing I say about Bethel in Tobago. These are
Mhm.
places where people is bad mouth and say, they categorize these people, they judge them as if they're no good. They can't amount to anything. There's just trouble, probably. When you hear people from these places, and it's nice. Look how you blooming out there. You outside, you following your dreams. You understand? And I love that straight out of Laventille. Yeah,
Yes,
be proud. You're representing them well.
yeah. And
Yep.
it's important too because the media always showing the killing and the this and the that.
Thank
So
you.
when these little children, if you live in an area and that's all people showing you, that's all you're
Mhm.
gonna think is behind your area. So when I have
Mhm.
people, I think the other day I saw some boy, he graduated from UE and he was living in Gonzales with like all honors and thing and thing. And it's these type
Wow.
of stories that we need to highlight more to really
That's
inspire
right.
the young
That's
children.
right. That's
Because the
right.
first thing we learn is whatever we see on TV or whatever we see
Correct.
in the news.
What is
So yeah,
available to us? Yeah. What? Yeah. Basically, is what you're seeing.
exactly.
Wow. So, Kiri, how you got to New York to study?
Oh gosh, it's a long story.
Make
um,
it short for me, man. Nice
yeah,
and
don't worry, don't
sweet.
worry. Yeah, so I went to St. Joseph's Convent, Port of Spain. So I used to
Mm-hmm.
walk to school every day because I live in Duke Street. Straight walk
All
to
right. Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easy
it was
thing.
nice. Yeah, it's kind of nice. And then for Form 6, unfortunately, my school could not offer computer science because the government had just changed the scholarship grouping and all that, and it's very hard to find teachers for that. So they've been trying for so long, and they're like, like we have your back and everything, but we actually don't have the teachers for this. So I was just thinking, what I could do to fill that gap missing, because I know they have my full support because I still doing Form 6 there, but I was just feeling I'm missing out on that. So
Yeah.
that's when I did my research and I found the Google CSSI program, and I applied to it and I got in, and I believe I did that last summer. So last July, August, and I believe I was one of the very few people from the Caribbean. I think it had one other person from Puerto Rico, and it was me, and that was it. Everybody else was literally like American or Canadian. So it was a crazy moment. And then I also heard that I got accepted into the university I'm in now, St. John's University.
That's what we talking about, man.
So, and yeah, now I'm here.
Where miss from Trinidad?
Girl, I now come, I did my first semester in school, so they call like, how we have terms back home, term 1, term 2, term 3. Here they have 2 semesters. So my first semester, which was school from September to December, I was back home in Trinidad because of COVID. So I actually started university online, and that was crazy. Nobody would think that COVID happened. And
Wait, hold on. You started. Hold on. Let me take this slow. You started university online in Trinidad.
Yes, American University online in Trinidad.
Papa Laps.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
What you saying here?
And then they kind of lift up the restrictions. I think at that time it wasn't like the vaccine was coming out and thing. And that's when we had to do the exemption, like you needed to write to the government to ask them for permission to leave. And I did that and they gave me permission and I came up here this January. So I haven't been here for too long, but it's been like 6 months maybe.
That is small thing. 6 months is long. Why you missing? So you're missing the doubles, especially the doubles.
Yeah.
You're missing it.
Doubles, the KFC.
That's what we're talking about, man.
Hallelujah, the roti, the everything.
That's what we're talking about. You must miss something, man.
Provision and soulfish.
Oh God! All right, here what? We ain't going down that road. Right now, I'm my live show, and you're not going to activate my hunger. I'm sorry. I do humbly apologize. I'm not going to have it. So, Aquina, what are your encouragement or your advice for our young people? Because at this time, in this season of all of our lives, we are in a pandemic, and it have plenty young people who tell themselves like the world is paused, we can't do nothing, we can't venture out. There's no way out. You understand? Like me, for example, I started off my life with JB in the pandemic as well. All of this is recently, as this is the 8th episode. You understand? And what advice would you give to our young people who even tuning in from Trinidad as well?
So I would say, to be honest, if I could do it, you could do it. Like I know people here probably come and they're like, oh, she's so fancy and she knew kind thing. I grew up in a normal house like everybody else.
Humble, yeah.
Bridge and Laventille. All I've seen in the news is don't come to my community, don't come here, travel restrictions, this, that, and the other. So I heard all the negative things I could possibly hear.
Yeah,
definitely. And my advice is take it with a grain of salt, because no matter what you do in life, somebody must have something bad to say. That's just how it is, And if you really let that get to you, it will shatter all of your dreams. So know what you're about and just pray about it and get it done. God will never give people challenges that he think you can't overcome. All of us survived this pandemic for a reason. We are alive here today. Look at how much people die, people in the hospital, kind of thing, but we are still here. So that means, you're here for a purpose, you're here for a reason. Find it and just do it.
No problem. All right, thank you so much, the queen of technology. But listen, now feel you get away. Let me talk Bago language for you. You're not get away because hear what? You're coming back on live with JB to update us in your continual growth and development, because you're a young person. You have a proper head on your shoulder. You understand? And we need to hear more about your story to inspire. Because I want the inspiration to hear. I just need it. And it's nice
You
to have it from our
are
young.
inspired by you. You have your own talk show. Listen, you this whole time and thing doing your thing, reaching all kind of people into Bago. You know, I watched ballet my whole life. I never even know you had to flick the wrist. You got somebody to show that.
That's what we're talking about, man. So we got to inspire each other, we got to encourage each other, and we got to grow together. So I need you to come back. So don't feel this is a one time. I mean, I'll come back. We want to know more. We want to know more. Right. So thank you so very much. It's a pleasure having you here, and you are truly an inspiration for myself. And I know even some adults as well in the comments that you would have encouraged. So I want to say thank you so much, darling, and
Thank you
nice
for
having you.
having me.
All right. All right, people. As we talking about, all I know, I have a special love in my heart for my young people. I love it. You see, when young people like myself, we could find ourselves, we could build ourselves, and we could find constructive thing to do. Me, I love that. Yeah, that is what me I love. So, all you done know, I had to bring in something for all you. I don't know for the longest while, as I said, we've been talking about this pivot dance, and it is very important. We're in a pandemic, and we mustn't allow the pandemic to lock us down and shut us down. We must not lie down home and wonder, oh God, when food place can't open. How much people on my WhatsApp posting status, oh God, food place opening, I will get a break in the kitchen, this opening, outdoors opening, they're excited to go outside. You understand? But it's not just about being excited to go back outside and engage and run back to buy the food and all these fancy things. No, we have been talking about the importance of utilizing the lockdown and making a pivot. Yeah. So I would have asked persons in my audience right here, live with JB, to share their pivot story and do their pivot dance. And I happened to come up across a very unique story by Miss Annette J. Jules. She is in the comments right now, and I must say, listen to this story. Yeah? I asked Miss Annette to share her story and to send her pivot dance for us as well. Now, Miss Annette here, Miss Annette pivot story. She loved Bus Up Shot. Unfortunately, I couldn't get her on in the show. So I may go tell her, I may go show her what I go on. You understand? So Miss Annette loved the Bus Up Shot. Places closed. Miss Annette knows she can't get the Bus Up Shot. No way. You know, Miss Annette do? She decided she's going to learn to make it home. Yeah. Well, remember, places closed, and usually when you're learning to cook and all these different things, when you want to venture into new things, I should say, there are certain equipments you might need or certain things that you need in order to pursue it. You understand? So what Miss Annette needed is a tower. I don't know what is a tower where I make the roti on and flip it and all how and beat it up and to make the same Bus Up Shot that she loved. Well, listen to this bacchanal. Listen to this, not bacchanal, nah? Listen to this pivot story. Listen to this unique pivot story. I don't know what Miss Ayana used to make her Bus Up Shot. Anybody, Miss Annette, don't comment there. Anybody could think what Miss Annette used to make that Bus Up Shot? Here, why I telling all you? She couldn't get a tower, you know. There's no way in open. How you go get a? My whole girl, I use a frying pan. All I ever hear that in the history? Making Bus Up Shot in a frying pan. That is a pivot story. You hear what I'm telling all you? That is what we're talking about. Listen to me, Miss Annette J. Jules. You big up your whole self. Yeah, you big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. You make, yes, Miss Sharon. A frying pan, she make the Bus Up Shot in, and it's nice to see that, you know, she still try. She didn't have the tower. Somebody else might have stopped and say, oh God, me no tower, I can't make that, so I gotta really wait for place to open back. She not study that. She pull out she frying pan and make it work. I don't know how she beat that Bus Up Shot in that frying pan, but she get it done. You understand? So I'm going to share her pivot dance for you all as well. So you're going to see her pivot dance. That is what we're talking about, man. I see somebody in the comments saying, let me write. Miss Cheryl said, look the belly turn and it makes. So I guess that is after you make the flick. You make the turn. So Miss Annette make the turn with it too. You hear? That's what we're talking about, man. Miss Annette, I must say, you know what I love about that? I love how you shared your story boldly. You didn't care. You understand? Because you see, this pandemic, the pivot story is all about we using it to motivate each other and help each other and bring each other out. You know, show each other a strategy and a way to come out of this lockdown. You know, successful. So with you being so obedient, you understand, and sharing your pivot story and your pivot dance to motivate all of us, I have made you something extremely special for your whole pivot story and your whole pivot dance, because this is something I want to remember for the rest of your life. Bust up shot in a frying pan, that is deserving of a prize. So I would have made this beautiful gift here for you. So you get a live with JB. Yeah. So I have this gift here for you, Miss Annette. And don't worry, I'ma get it to you. It will get to you. So congratulations to you. And I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your pivot story and your pivot dance to help all of us be encouraged. And again, as my teacher, my backbone always told me from day one on my first live with JB is not what you have, but what you do with what you have. I mean, you know what, Miss Annette? That's the same thing Miss Annette did. What she had, she made it work. She didn't sit down and wait for place to open at all. And I must say, me love it. Me love it bad, bad, bad. So, all I don't know. Hold on, Right. So Miss Annette was the first person to ever do the pivot dance. Miss Cheryl, let me ask Miss Cheryl a problem. Miss Cheryl, where is my pivot dance? Up to now, me can't get. Hold on, let me call them out. I had to call them out in the comments and make them out. So Miss Elliot, where is my pivot dance? Miss Sharon, where is my pivot dance? Yeah, Miss Cheryl, Jessica. Where is my pivot dance? Just know I'm waiting on my pivot dance and it's in my inbox. I'm waiting on my, don't wait on my teacher pivot dance. No, my teacher not give no pivot dance. I want your pivot dance. She not give no pivot dance. She just give enough pivot teaching when the day come. That's enough. You have two left feet, bring the two left feet, the two bend up feet, the two twist up feet. If it good or it not good. If you have one, hop on one and still do the pivot dance. You can walk. Yeah? No excuses, Miss Sharon. Talking about she get two left foot. Bring the two left foot and rock and come in and do the pivot dance. Yeah? Rock and come in with it. Right, Miss Jessica says soon. You're not brave. You go be brave. If you're how are you saying you're not brave, Miss Elliot? If you're a girl brave, so JB, you had to my grandson pulls it up in a bowl cover and shake it up in there. Okay, she's okay. Nice. Nice, Miss Annette. So, right, so you all don't know this whole Live with JB episode 8 is all about, bringing back with Tobago and discovering and rediscovering who we really are. You understand? So this is a discover yourself, catch the wave segment. Remember, we're using these throwback experiences to recover, to discover our history and our culture that shaped us. You understand? All of this and more by Catch the Wave, because Catch the Wave is focused on the culture tourism in Tobago. That is what they are most focused on. You understand? And what they want is for, you see, like how I'm authentic. I don't come here and try to use all kind of fancy words. Me not sit down or stand up like, hi, how are you all today? Good afternoon. Nice for joining. Thank you for joining in and stuff like that. I'm not all that fancy. I'm just myself. I'm very authentic. I am raw. What you see is where you get respectfully. You understand? And this is how Catch the Wave want the Tobago culture tourism to be for visitors. You understand? So when they come, they could get the raw, the authentic of the Tobago culture tourism. Yeah? to get it raw. We don't want to dress it up and pretty it up and take it and twist it and turn it. No, leave it raw. Let the people come and let them enjoy the Tobago culture tourism as is. For me, please, not dress it up. Sometimes we just focus too much on dressing it up, prettying it up, twisting it up. No, leave it. Let it be authentic. You understand what I'm showing all this? So at Catch the Wave, that is what they are focused on when it comes to the culture of tourism in Tobago. Right? So with no further ado, now over to our weekly Catch the Wave Business Solution and Innovation Forum. Yeah? So I'm about to bring on one of Catch the Wave Marketing Director for you all, Miss Lyons. Welcome again to Live with JB, Miss Lyons.
Thank you, JB. Wow. What a show this evening. It is amazing. It is packed with so much great stuff. Um, a lot of reminiscing. Bring back the Bago days. So I know the
Yes.
show you. So you had such a packed show this evening with so much talent. So this evening we want to basically just, as we said, we're all in this together and Catch the Wave Solutions. We have been focused and working with our clients, whether you are small, regardless of the type of business, the size of business. And just as JB Live announced, we know that tomorrow marks the day when our borders will open after more than a year. And we're all in this together. So we at Catch the Wave, we are here to just encourage you, whether you are an employer, if you are an employee, if you're going back out to work, as we open up each of the sectors on a phase basis. We know that people are anxious. Some people will be getting back to work after more than a year. And we are here to just say that at Catch the Wave, our business solutions and our innovative solutions are designed to help you all along the way. So one of the things, so I'll be very short, I'll just say it's first things first, and to give a few tips this evening as we get ready to start that process of pivoting into the new normal and the new ways of doing things. And let's focus today, as we have been focused on bring back Bago culture. We'll focus a bit on Tobago, and we want to talk, and I'll use some of JB's presentations, this lovely entertainment, that conch shell blowing, the call to action. So the call to action is what we're about as the borders reopen. As those of us who are going back out to work, we know that the construction sector has opened up. We know that the food and restaurant businesses will be opening up. We know that we have all been, it's a new time. We have been asking one of the safety measures. It's about vaccinate to operate. I would like to say vaccinate to stay safe and to stay well. And so some of the things we would want to encourage our businesses, and if you wish our support, to reach out to us on what steps you should take to safely navigate into this reopening. So one of the first things, of course, is that we need to remember, have a priority listing. First and foremost, know our public health regulations, know the laws that exist. We are still in a pandemic. We are still in a state of emergency. So each and every one of us will be required to do our part, whether we are an employee, whether we are a business owner, whether we are an employer, we are CEO, whether we are in the tourism business, that understand and know the environment in which we are stepping out. The virus is still here. We still face the risk of contracting COVID. So all of the public health regulations, such as no congregating, such as wearing your mask, double masking, sanitizing, those are of paramount importance. We have put together to help businesses what we will call a call to action handbook. We will customize it for you so that it can be readily available to guide both employer and employees going back into the world of work. How do I behave? What are the protocols I follow? As well, one of the things we want to encourage all persons taking personal responsibility for yourself, for your wellness, and for your state of health at any one time. We keep speaking to, do you have any symptoms? So we have also designed, which can be in the digital format, it can be in hard copy format, and something that is easy to upload and use on any smartphone, what we will call your ETC, an employee temperature check. And it doesn't mean literally a temperature, but it means following some basic each day, daily, you run through those checks. Have you been vaccinated? Do you have a fever? Are you having any other symptoms? Have you received your full vaccination? And things like those. And that check, which you can use and employers can have their employees complete every day and upload to them, so that any given point in time, they can know who should be at work safely and who may not be. And some of the other things that we have been working with clients and showing clients, how do you engage in what we would like to call contactless services? That is, we are still in a pandemic. We are still required to practice social distancing. So even while we open our businesses, we would want to maintain social distancing between ourselves, as among ourselves as employees, but also with our clients and customers. So those are some of the services that you would want to pay attention to. We're about staying safe. And of course, when we look at Tobago in particular, where we are tourism focused, we are speaking to, and as JB Show shared this evening, about culture tourism, where now you can enjoy the cultures of Tobago in its different forms. You can experience it firsthand while following certain protocols. And those are some of the things we have been building for our tourism clients. The stay safe experience. And so that we can say, welcome to Tobago from the time you arrive, even prior to arriving, that you would have filled out. Of course, we know the national standard and the national requirement now for your TT travel pass, that anyone who is coming in from abroad must have a TT travel pass. So from there, we also have where we can transport safe transportation, so that we follow certain standards. And those standards are also endorsed and stamped by what we call the Tobago the Tobago Tourism Agency Limited, that has issued out what they call safe travel stamp. So that once our businesses follow these protocols that we are encouraging, that we can supply, we customize for you, then it gives your clients and customers a sense of safety and reassurance in doing business with you. And of course, most importantly, some of the solutions we have working with us would be the question of the importance of using technology to promote your business and also to stay safe. So, as we said earlier, this is we're all in this together, and Catch the Wave Solutions is here to provide businesses, to provide employers, to provide individuals with solutions to assist them in the reopening of their businesses, their return to work, and in treating with incoming clients and visitors from abroad. So we say contact us. We are at info@catchthewavett.com, or you could reach us at 868-391-6101, and we'll be happy to assist. So I turn you back over to JB and to once again say thank you so much. Great show. I enjoyed it and look forward to being here again next week. God
Thank
bless.
you.
Love you
Thank you
always.
so much, Miss Lyons. Right, so guys, so I hope I excited and things are open back up. And listen to me, I must say, but please take precaution from me. Please take precaution. Do what all you have to do. Go and get vaccinated. Go and vaccinate. Right? Please don't forget. Oh, I want to show you all the flyer for the game that Miss Lyons was just talking about. Right, for the 2021 game. so that you all could see it there for a better viewing. If some of you all find some of the words a little bit too small, I will be posting it on my page as well. It will be posted on Catch the Wave Solutions page as well. Right? So hold on 1 minute. Let me bring back up. Let me bring back up Miss Lyons. Hold on. Hi, Miss Lyons.
Oh, thank you again. Thank you again, JB. And it's game on, golf and more experience. So
Yeah.
we are happy to announce we are stepping out. We too are reopening, and our golf and more experience that we had postponed from May earlier this year. We had postponed it. It's now carded. So save the date. Save the date. It's
Mm-hmm.
now set for August 27th to September 1st. We'll be having lots of fun. We have, of course, our swing master or international golf instructor who is going to be with us. And we're inviting all golfers, all enthusiasts. You have the early bird practice round that's coming at you. You're going to have your tournament players practice rounds. You're going to have your days of tournament. And in all of that, we have some exceptional Tobago culture experiences for you. So it's
Yes.
more and more. So look out for your packages, whether it's the Marine Explorer, whether it's the Naturalist tours, or we're going to have you on the foodie line, we're going to have you on the Dreamers Sanctuary, all in store for you when you come to enjoy golf and more experience, courtesy Catch the Wave Solutions and all our partners who are joining us. We are under Ricky Campbell. Of course, we are promoting and producing Golf and More Experience Game 2021 in collaboration with Ricky Campbell, our very own Tobago born Bethel, from caddy to golf international golf instructor, Ricky Campbell. So you all can look forward, and we're also inviting you at the same time, those of you who wish, we also have a package that's called the Work Paradise. Many of you are dying, the borders will open. We have open arms here for you where you can work from Tobago at any one of our accommodations. So it's Work Paradise included in the package. So we look forward to seeing you all for Golf and More Experience Game 2021. Save the date, August 27th to September 1st. And we have something in store for you for Independence. That will be the close of Golf and More. So we look out to seeing all of you here. Thanks again, JB, for having me on.
No problem, Miss Lyons. Right. So all of them know all good things just have to come to an end. So this is where the end has come. So before me go, me want to remind all you first, me I wait, Miss Cheryl are calling you out again first and waiting for my Tobago pivot, for my pivot dance, sorry, because you're doing your own pivot dance, right? Not talk about my teacher had to do hers first. Me want yours. It's me and you talking. Me want your dance. Me see my teacher one already. Yes, I want to see yours. So Miss Elliot and Miss Sharon as well. I'm letting you all know I'm waiting for my pivot dance. Be as brave as Miss Annette. You see how Miss Annette brave and she come out there and she let you all see. That's what we're talking about. So please remember Tobago SOE Tobago one pot competition contest coming up soon. Anybody wish to partake in it, please message catch the wave in their inbox and give you all information so we could add you all to it, right? And for much more in store for you. But I go let all the into a little secret before I go. You see, next week, Friday. Listen to me. All you better go and wake up the ants, the animals, the dogs, the cats. If all you get in contact with a snake, don't run from it. Inform the snake too. Don't miss. Don't listen. A warning all there. Do not miss live with JB next week, Friday. Listen to me. I coming out with a bad pivot for all you. When I tell all you bad, listen to me. Wait for it. Wait for it. So I give all a little peek into it. So don't miss it at all and share the word. So thank you all so much for joining in. Thank you all for the love, the support, and thank you all for always being here. I truly appreciate it. And thank you to all the guests that came in from far and wide. You understand me, Dr. Arita, You understand? We had a Queen all the way in New York as well. We had Kimmy. We had Tobago, Tambrin, everybody. We just want to say thank you all so much for coming in and helping us to understand. Some of us who don't have the knowledge of the Tobago culture, you understand? You all would have really opened up our eyes to understand and understand more of the Tobago culture. Just like me, when I keep seeing the seashell, I didn't understand what it meant, but today I understand. Yeah, so it was very informative, and I must say I really love it. So thank you all again, and see you all next on Live with JB. Bye.
There we go to Tobago, that paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Princess Margaret say, come to Bago for holiday. Now the whole world say, come to Bago for holiday. Smile, Larry, smile in Tobago. That paradise, Bombay, Robinson Crusoe. And it is said, it's the land of tomorrow. Ronald Reagan say, come to Bago for holiday. Now Bill Clinton say, come to Bago for holiday. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land. If you want a happy vacation, you can get it right here in my land. Situated south of America, on the border of Venezuela, the land of Robinson Crusoe. I introduce you to the island of Tobago. Everybody come, let we go to Tobago, that paradise,